on the die roll. We'll play first. Yeah, I think we got to keep this. It has a lot. Obviously, it has a lot of lands in it, but that's a very nice 2/3 drop. I have to say. Like, if we rip spells here, this hand's much better. I feel like it's hard to justify mulliganing a hand that has a 2 and 3 drop, especially when your 3 drop is like one of the better cards in your deck. Spire of Industry. I mean, if we rip lands, we're almost 100% going to lose. But, I mean, that is just the risk you play when you're playing Magic. Sometimes you just have to keep the 5 landers, and then you rip lands the whole game. That just happens. Well, at least I can't use Spire of Industry yet. No play, that's good. Treasure Keeper, there we go. Now that is a good rip. If I was going to rip a card, I would want it to be a powerhouse 4-drop. Servo Schematic, all right. Guess that technically does put a little stop to our, well, puts a stop from our automaton attacking, but it's actually the first time I've seen the schematic played, too. All right, so we attack with Pia and a Thopter. Drop the Treasure Keeper and pass. So, also a red-blue deck. Opponent's got a grip full of cards. We're out of gas. I guess we can start putting our mana in Pia. If our opponent kills Pia, we can start putting our mana in Automaton. Contraband, Kingpin. All right. Ice over. Okay. So now I guess I don't have to swing with... I can sacrifice Treasure Keeper too. So I can attack with it and sacrifice it and get value, which is kind of cool actually. All right. So I think we swing with Treasure Keeper and Thopter. Huh. My opponent forget? I think they did. Big mistake. Oops. Big mistake on my side, too. I was supposed to pump the Thopter. That's okay. So well, now we'll pass. So my opponent should be at 13. We're going to end of turn sack the Treasure Keeper. See what we get. Opponent is improvising. Let's see if it's a... Ooh, Thopterus. That's a good one. All right. So we're sacrificing Treasure Keeper now because... Oh. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. So we sack this because we want to see what we get off of it. Bomat Courier. All right. Not exactly the card I was looking for, to be perfectly honest. Another land, so just drawing too many lands, but what can you do? What can you do, my friends, when you draw a million lands? Correct answer? Nothing. Nothing. That is the correct answer. You can't do anything. All right. Can't deal with that. So opponent's going to destroy us if we just keep drawing lands here, but I'm still hopeful that we can draw non-land cards and win this. All right, there you go. That's a good one. All right. I get the impression this guy was in our pod and he's splashing for the battle at the bridge like we thought we were going to do. Well, that's a big bummer, but we'll sack it in response so our opponent doesn't get to scry, I guess. It's definitely a bummer, though, but what can you do? So, like I said, just when you open a 5 land hand, you either rip spells or you lose. That's how it goes. That is the price you pay. So let's see. Is there any way I can comfortably kill this serpent? I can pump something twice, so I still would have to just block with too much, wouldn't I? It's a bummer. Like, I could block with Courier, Automaton, and Pia, pump the Courier twice, but then we just wouldn't be able to deal with the Breaker. I think it's kind of a lost cause, so we'll just take a quadrillion damage here, and then use Automaton. Alright. Said it before, say it again. Price you pay. Opponent, meanwhile, is just ripping spells nonstop. They cannot rip more spells. Incapable of ripping more spells. Alright, so I can pump 4 times, so I guess we'll kill the Barricade Breaker with our Bomat Courier, since it's a 1/1 that'll never be able to attack. And we're never going to be able to block that Fen Hauler effectively either. Is that right? Seems like it. Alright, so we take too much damage. Draw an Automaton. So now we just need to start Well, now they force me to block with Pia too. Is that right? I guess we'll take five here. Bottom that. Bottom that. So we're looking for like welding sparks. So I'm going to upkeep Scry 2. Nope. I can still scry one more time in welding sparks. I think that's our last out though. Chandra's Revolution would do it too. Let's bottom that. Draw. Symbler, not good enough. Alright, looks like we're dead, so I'll pass. So this match is winnable. We just saw too many lands. Really can't stress enough how I really just cannot stress enough how much I just want to play 16 land decks. Like, in any format. I don't even care anymore. It's so much harder for me to cut a 24th card and play a 17th land. I already have a hard time cutting down to 24 cards. So I feel like... Alright, so we'll concede because this can't be blocked by artifact creatures. Okay, so we can win this. We definitely can win this. But we're going to have to draw better. So what do I got? Anything? Negate doesn't do too much. Right? It stops like a cruel finality, but not the creatures. We have the removal. Release the Gremlins is going to be so good in this match too. Yeah, I think we're sticking to the same plan here. Like I said, I absolutely think we can win this, but we'll see if it happens. I think Pacification Array is fantastic in this deck too. Would like to play first. All right, we'll keep this. Turn 1 Courier is quite good. All right. Do I want an automaton? I don't think a second one's all that useful. We're probably looking for better things. So I think I'm going to bottom that. See what our opponent does. They bottom a card as well. Okay. So now we'll pass. Well, this could end up being really good for us, especially if they crack the implement. Alright, they don't, so we're just going to blow up the Fire Weaver, tap the Spire because they have the implement, and just attack for a quadrillion. Yeah. And the next turn we can play Treasure Keeper and still use Bomat Courier, so that's pretty awesome. I think if they have the removal, they're just going to use it for sure. They have to use it here. Weldfast Engineer. Okay. That's fine, actually. I mean, it does stop us pretty decently, but not a huge deal. All right, Brawler, too. Well, that's... Guess we just play our hand out here. I mean, I could just get in with the Courier now, but I think we'll just play the Brawler. And pass. Wow. It's kind of crazy. Efficient construction, too? Jeez. Why are these lit up? Am I glitched right now? I don't know. So... Huh. I think we play the construction. And I'm going to attack with Bomat Courier and Brawler. Could attack a Treasure Keeper too, but I think it would just block with the Kingpin. This way they have to double block if they want to deal with the Brawler. So we'll attack with these two. Okay, so that's all good. Then we'll sack our dude, draw 4. All right, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. All right, trade our dude off, play a land, play a pacification array, get a Thopter, pass. I'm like, do you guys see this too? This weird, like, glowing glitch off Improvise or something? It's weird. I don't know what it is. Well, having Welding Sparks is nice, and having the extra card in hand to discard to implement is nice as well. Okay. So we'll untap, draw, release the gremlins. Well, we're not going to play our land because of the implement, so I guess it means we just swing with Thopter and then pass. And then we can start tapping things. I like that. No need to bust the release the gremlins just yet. Okay, so we get to easily kill that. We get to have an awesome turn here. So we Welding Sparks the Serpent. We Pacification Array the Kingpin. Untap, draw. So we can tap the Engineer and get in for 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take them to 4. I think we'll do that. And we'll pass. All right. So we'll take our 1, use the automaton, untap. All right, that should be lethal, right? Let's see, tap the Fen Hauler, attack with everything. Opponent blocks my biggest thing. They take 3 plus 4 from the welder, and they should be dead, right? So tap big dude. Swing with everything. They block one thing. They take too much and die. Yeah. All right, cool. Got there. So we need to win game 3 here. Like I said, this is a winnable match. This is absolutely a winnable match. So opponents got some very cool things going for them, though. They have like a lot more of the they have a lot more late game than we do, but we have a lot of good early game, and we have card advantage and stuff. So we have some good stuff too, definitely. It's just, I guess I wish I had a little bit more, I guess. Shrewd Negotiation actually seems like it's going to be fantastic in this match, though. Just trade off one of my little dudes and take their huge dude. That would be nice. Yeah, I just don't think we have a sideboard, though. I want one, but we're just too clunky as it is. All right, this is it. I'm going to keep this hand. It needs a little bit of help, but we're on the draw. We don't even necessarily need an island right away. obviously would help, but if we can power out a turn 3 brawler, we're in pretty good shape. Otherwise, we can get a turn 4 brawler, I guess, off the puzzle now, which isn't bad either. Alright. Well. I think I'm going to go courier here. Not quite as good on turn 2, but that's alright. I wish it was whenever it was tapped, but that would probably be just too good. Too good with improvise and other effects. Alright, making us discard. So what are we getting rid of? I guess that's the real question. I almost think that's good news for us, like they're digging for a land. Could get rid of the P-foul. Oddly, every card in our hand is pretty good. Like, efficient construction is going to be slow, but I kind of like it. Maybe the P-foul? Okay. Oh, they didn't find the land? All right. Let's punish. All right. Get in with the courier, play the automaton. We're both land screwed. That's the funny thing. We're both land screwed. I'm just actually doing something. There we go. That's what I want to see. So, okay. So we attack with the courier to get the extra card underneath. And then we play the brawler. Foundry Inspector. Alright, so now we can go Revolution. We could have done Release, but tapping the land down here is just brutal. Okay. Alright, so I guess we'll play the efficient construction. Next turn we can go Puzzle Knot and Automaton. Opponent kind of has to kill the courier. Alright. Put a card on the bottom. Kind of want to draw a land here. Did get the land I wanted. That's kind of cool. So now I can go, yeah. Yeah, so we go Automaton. Get our dude. We go Puzzle Knot. Deal 1 to our opponent. We swing with Courier. And then we sack it and discard or release the gremlins to draw 6, which is just an absurd amount of value. Yeah. Yes, sirree. That is going to do it. So next turn we can sack something with P to get in with everything and kill our opponent. Demolish an automaton? That's good news for us. Okay, so let's do this. We play the goggles. We play Pia. Guess we can attach the goggles. Get a Thopter. And then we can sack one of our Thopters, I guess, to make it so the Kingpin can't block. Wait. We'll play the assembler first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get another dude. Now we sack, so this can't block. And get in for 4. All right, I got to admit, efficient construction. I guess when 16 of your 24 cards are artifacts, yeah, it's pretty good. So pretty fortunate our opponent got land screwed there in the beginning, but to be honest, we got land screwed too. It wasn't like both of us. It's not like I got to curve out perfect and my opponent didn't get to do anything. I got land screwed too. It's just I have a lower curve than my opponent. So yeah, I liked our opponent's deck a lot, actually. I think they had a lot of... They actually had more goodies than we did. We just had a better curve, I think. Which ultimately... And we weren't reliant on 3-color. But they had some fixing too. Yeah, their deck was sweet. I think, like I said, the reason that we won the match, besides the fact that they got mana screwed, was we can just power stuff out early. So if they can't keep up... they're just going to get toast in the late game, especially from like automaton and stuff. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you round 2.